Alright everybody, so here we are back in the Via Infinito, which we are going to beat in this episode.
Oh, thank God for that.
For every 20 floors, you encounter an incredibly powerful fiend, and the fiend itself is always based on a character from Final Fantasy X. So this is Jiskel. This is Seymour's dad right here that we're fighting. Because who would have sent him?
And you're using Seymour to fight him.
Yeah, oh yeah, also that, which is kind of sick actually. I never really considered that. But yeah, I'm using Seymour to fight his own dad. We also have Auron here and Buddy because, you know, if I'm gonna force myself to play through all the Fiend Tales and get through the Fiend Arena, the least I could do is reward myself with the bonus characters that it provides. Also, it's nice to just see Auron again, even if this isn't really him, but more just like a facsimile of him. Anyway, this particular enemy, the Black Elemental, this thing is a pain in the ass to fight because its magic defense is disgusting. It can use Ultima, and it is one of the fiends that serves as a roadblock in terms of the actual fiend arenas themselves.
Okay.
To stop people from like blitzing through the whole arena in Chapter 1, because if you're a low level, that thing is going to one-shot you.
No, that's alright then.
It just will. Anyway, bunch of items here, but out of all of them being very good, the best is the catnip. Now, the catnip is a very interesting item. In the original PS2 version of the game, once you've got catnip, you've won the game. Because what it does is it means, as it's vaguely describing here, when you get to low health, all of your attacks do 9,999 damage.
Oh wow.
Combine that with Trigger Happy, which lets you shoot at the speed that your fingers can hit the button. On average, I think a player can shoot about 13 times a turn. You have the equivalent of Blitz Ace. You just pepper your enemies with bullets, and you win the game. Anyway, floor 60, and at this point I've blitzed past a lot of Tomberries and Mega Tomberries and Greater Drakes, really powerful fiends to get here. We run into Mr. Micah, and this is the most irritating goddamn fiend. Yeah, he hits very hard, and he lowers your MP, and his defense is obscene. But the upside of it is it's quite slow. So as long as you have a dedicated healer, or rather 2 dedicated healers, as long as your party can sustain themselves and keep picking themselves back up from his one-hit kill attacks, you should be okay.
That's mad.
The downside is it has about 600,000 health, so we're here for a while. Here for a good while.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I won't make you watch all of it, I'm not a sadistic fuck, but, you know, just imagine how long this took me. We're talking
and you're doing 4,000
about 4,000 a hit. We're talking up in the hour kind of region just to kill this one bastard.
That's a lot of damage.
I mean, it's about 9,999 for every black sky, which is nice. I will show off a cool thing you can do though, which is spamming black sky with Auron's quick attack, which Auron only has that because he's on the Mercurial Strike Garment grid. It allows you to pepper your opponents with black sky, which is a slow animation that does gradual damage. You can attack during that. You can use quick attack to slice your enemies while they're being hit with the black sky, so you can stack all of that damage.
Oh wow!
A lot of like the game-breaking teams that you see people using for like speedruns and such are actually built around that notion of having characters attack during lengthy animations and stagger their enemies so hard their enemies can't move, all that sort of shit. But yeah, I'm making the best out of Auto Life right now. And here's that lovely combo of quick attack and black sky. I'm just gonna keep hitting you in spite of the fact you're slowly being peppered. Yes, please. I also have Ragnarok on everyone, so Gunk ain't doing shit to me. And thank God, because I kind of need this MP. I kind of need these moves to win this fight. Bloody bastard Megaton Press. I have, by the way, skipped so much of this battle for you, so you're welcome.
Oh wow, I didn't even realise.
Yep, that was a nice little casual fade in there. A fade which cut out a lot of footage. Anyway, that is that enemy. And that's not even the worst of it.
Who? Trema. Who's that? Trema is the founder of New Yevon. He kept all of the spheres from Spear's past to himself and then vanished without a trace. Who'd have thought he'd crawl down here?
If you remember, Tremor is the guy who Machen talked at length about near the very beginning of this LP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was from the start.
Ooh.
They say he was able to control the most powerful of fiends.
Which is why I really think we should go home now.
I love that all of these bonus dungeons just have Riku going, nope, can we go? I don't like this. This is bad. Anyway, cloister number 80, we run into a familiar face. Or a pair of familiar faces. Zayon and Unaleska. Unaleska, I'm pretty sure I fucking sent you. I'm pretty sure I murdered the shit out of you and sent you. But apparently we didn't, because now she's become what I consider to be the most bullshit boss in the game. And you're about to find out why. This is the Chak, which is an incredibly powerful version of the snake enemies. And the reason it's so powerful is that it petrifies you even if you're immune to petrification. And then, more often than not, it will chase up that petrification by flying up to you and smacking you in the face, instantly shattering you, so you can't come back.
Ah.
This boss just whittles your party down to one person, so I would advise taking this boss on with a single, large fiend from the arena. Because once you're down to one character, it won't petrify you anymore, or it won't try to anyway. So, yeah, as it stands, I'm in a situation where if Buddy is petrified and shattered, I've lost, because Auron and Seymour aren't quite tough enough to hack it, because they've not been here as long. So, yeah, I'm just hoping for Buddy to not get petrified. And god damn it, please don't hit Buddy now, please don't hit him. Please don't do a hit on him. Oh, you fucking... You're the worst. I hate this. I'm gonna start hitting you with black skies and quick attacks. What a good combo that is. And yeah, just like before, all the bosses in here have near enough of the same amount of HP as Angramainu does. It's all up in the 500-600 odd range. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Why is Seymour still not...
Well, that answers your question, doesn't it? Fuck you. Fuck you, Snake. In honesty, I really shouldn't have picked Auron up there, because now that's yet another target. Fuck. Can you please stone and shatter Auron and not Buddy for me? Please stone and shatter Auron is all I was saying to myself at this point. Because I'd come to the realization of what exactly was happening. But at the same time, I was also digging this combo of Black Sky Quick Attack. So against better judgment, I actually did keep trying to bring Auron back as well. I thought to myself, maybe I can keep the both of them alive and get them to do this. That was my plan, that was my theory, that's what I was trying to do, hence why I keep using Curager on the petrified characters, but...
Oh, is that cure petrification?
Oh, it heals party members and heals all their stats effects. Yeah, I made a bad mistake. Auron can't fix the petrification. All he can do is attack. Uh-oh. Fuck. Oh, shit. So, take 2 of the fight. This happens. Fuck you. I'm gonna do a fatality on myself just to spite you. Take 5 of the fights. I have a 1 in 3 chance of winning this. All I need for this boss to do is petrify Auron and Seymour. If it petrifies Buddy, I'm fucked. And yeah, eventually, I think it was the 7th or 8th attempt, it shattered the other 2, leaving Buddy to solo it. And Buddy, as you can see by his health there, is kind of...
How did you get that health?
He has about 8,000 health base, because he's crazy powerful as is on his own. And I've also given him 2 accessories that essentially double his HP and stats. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Stuff that I got from the Fiend Arena, from like the harder tournaments. The shit that basically has you fighting super bosses anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I feel kind of bad about this one. You kill Unalesca and Xeon here is like understandably pissed about the whole situation. Like very, very evidently quite annoyed right now. Slightly hacked off.
And he just turns his back on.
He's going to angrily just storm off.
Okay, I thought he was going to turn into and feed himself and attack you, but no.
Well, it's fucking funny you say that. Here's floor number 99.
Oh, of course.
Or 100, sorry. I think it's floor 100, actually.
It's actually infinite.
Yeah, that's floor 100. So, this is the 100th floor, where you get to fight, in the original version of Final Fantasy X-2, the most powerful super boss, although more powerful ones have been added since. But yeah, this is the most powerful super boss in Final Fantasy X-2, in its original incarnation. And remember how earlier I said Angramenu has the most health in the game, at 666,666?
Mm-hmm.
This boss has 1,000,000 health. He just has a straight up 1,000,000 HP. So, my poxy little 9,999s took a while to chip into that.
That is hilarious.
And I want to say 100 hits, but my attacks don't do a guaranteed 9,999. They do slightly less than that. So I'd say it was more in the region of like 150 odd. Anyway, this is Paragon. This isn't the boss in question. This is just Xeon having a hissy fit in the form of a more powerful version of Ultima Weapon and Omega Weapon. And you know what? If not for the fact that all my characters are pretty much level 99 now, this would be quite hard. But as it stands, so long as I keep the pressure on him and keep myself fully healed for his more brutal attacks, such as Genesis, I should be fine.
Oh, bloody hell. Sandy Auron was getting hurt a lot.
He's not got 255 magic defense. If he did, he'd be tanking that as well. But anyway, yeah, sticking with my strat because I like this strat. It's a good strat. It's a fun strat.
And Seymour did.
Oh, nope. He took down Seymour. I mean, is that really a bad thing? Seymour is kind of the worst, so hey.
But he's just cannon fodder.
He is cannon fodder. He makes very good cannon fodder. That is mostly what I've been using him for here in the Via Infinito. If anyone's curious, I did ask like ages ago what party of 3 I should make, and this is what people voted for. They voted for Buddy, Auron, and Seymour, so there we go.
Good thing you got Buddy then, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I just picked him up like incidentally, and I'm glad that people voted for him because he's the one I've been with the longest. You could have Buddy since Chapter 3, whereas Auron and Seymour are only available from Chapter 5.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You have to defeat them and then win the Farplane Cup in order to unlock them, so yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's keep wailing on bloody Paragon here, who is hard to tell, but is actually getting a little worn down now after all my Black Skies and Quick Attacks.
There you go, you got him.
And we got him, yeah. You can tell by the lack of interface. That's always how I used. That's always what I used to tell whether I've won a fight.
All these Black Skies coming down, it doesn't even hurt him. You're like, oh, got him.
Yep, got him. The interface is gone. It's not asking me what I want to do. This is sick. I love this. I don't like the ensuing battle, but I love this preamble.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Damn, son!
You just got Auron to death.
You just got fucking you got fucking JoJo punch rushed.
So, you're Trema.
Yup, he's unsent.
No, he's just very, very good at kung fu. Easy mistake to make, though.
Humans, so hopelessly entangled with their past. I had to seal away that past in order to guide them to the future.
So, what is that supposed to mean?
Well, what happened to everyone's spheres then?
Destroyed, turned to fireflies and scattered.
How could you?
To guide the youth charged with Spira's future, I provided them with a training academy. But then came the call, and before long, I realized my error. In sin, Spear's youth had an enemy. Without it, they waved their swords at shadows, eager for a foe. Their hearts, you see, were not made of the same tempered steel as their swords. I knew what I had to do to forge their hearts anew. Erase the past. Expunge it.
So, this guy's whole deal is that he's obsessed with getting rid of the past and looking to the future. So, I feel like this character, Tremor, is Square's answer to the discrepancy between the two endings of this game. In one ending, Yuna moves on completely, and in the 100% ending, well, I won't tell you what happens, but, you know, a certain element of Final Fantasy X we revert back to. And,
Okay.
yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like this character is making the argument that, yeah, you can move on with life, but you also can't forget who you are or where you came from, because then you lose yourself. I think that's what he's going for, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Yuna's big character change from the first game to this one is kind of being addressed by this super boss. Which is a little undermined by the fact that Yuna's not even participating in this fight. I'm using Orin, Seymour, and Buddy. This guy will just fucking repeatedly wail on you with his million fucking health. He blocks loads of attacks, so he doesn't take a lot of damage from things. So you pretty much have to rely on attacks that ignore defenses, i.e. Fireworks and Darkness. Fireworks and Darkness are like your two ins for this fight, in terms of getting through it effectively. Or at least for this particular party format it is, so...
And he keeps some demi in you.
Yep, he can also just slice everybody's health down with that. When he gets to low health, he starts using Ultima and Meteor as well. Oh, fucking hell. That damage he's doing to Seymour is how much he would be doing to most party members that aren't my godlike buddy.
Ah.
Yeah, that 2,000 damage that he punched with 3 times in a row, that is what most normal parties have to deal with in this fight, so... Yeah, fuck this boss, he's so goddamn hard. He takes so long to kill. This took me an hour and a half on its own, just this boss fight. Because you do also have to commit time to healing and bringing your party back, because as time goes on, he does start hitting you more ruthlessly and more brutally. That's our Tremor.
Hey.
I will say it's cool to see a character that fights with their fists. There's not been any of that in any of the Final Fantasy X games.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, no physical monks, so...
Why are you using Black Sky? I thought you was using...
Probably my finger slipped, if I'm honest with you. I think my finger just slipped there. I meant to use Curature. Or Darkness, there we go. Maybe that was me figuring out Darkness is the way. Darkness and Fireworks. Let's get those 9999s out there. And let's spam those to the end of the earth. Let's just get spammy with that shit. And hope that Seymour doesn't get battered to fuck constantly, which he will because he's Seymour.
Yeah, and nobody cares about Seymour.
If not his own mother, it'll be this old fuck here who beats him up. Anyway,
Pasate kanai, kutamai.
That is like the only reference to the Hymn of the Faith in this whole game, and I dig that.
Cool, fuck me.
Yeah, his meteor hurts. In spite of my character's incredible defenses, that meteor still hurt like shit, so... Goddamn Tremor. Thankfully, you know, continuing to wail on him and keeping my health high, keeping myself from falling asleep at the wheel, which I feel was the biggest threat during this whole fight, really.
Ugh, demi though.
Yep, lots and lots of damage. Yeah, eventually, finally, we managed to drop the old fool. It took a bloody while, but we did it. Tremor is the boss in this game that has the highest HP. I believe.
1 million.
I don't think anyone has higher than that, frankly.
1 million, though.
There are 2 bosses harder than him, but they don't have that disgusting amount of health. They're not wars of attrition. They're more brutal.
Oh,
They're just more damage dealers. So yeah. Anyway, that's Tremor for you, and we get a little cutscene to wrap up the Via Infinito, and another episode complete, if you can believe it.
Oh wow, okay.
You are the paragon of pastlessness.
I mean, she's white as fuck.
That's pastiness, Sam.
Yes, that one. I knew that.
You're the paragon of pastiness.
I knew that. I was testing you, David. That's what it was.
I need to start calling people that. That's amazing.
Where is the loss in that?
There was a moment that is now recorded, and
that is going to be on the internet. We get the Iron Duke, which doubles all of his stats pretty much. Anyway.
Oh, great.
We'll see you in the next episode where we finally wrap up all those Fiend Tale videos I've been uploading.
Yay!